One second. I can fix this right here. Oh, that's alright. Alright, so today I'm going to show you the top 3 places that you can go to farm DREUGH. The first place we're going to go is just northwest of the Rift. Or I guess the Riften. Yeah, so there's the town called the Riften, and that's inside the zone, the Rift. Where are we here? So right here, this is going to be the Rift. You go inside and there's the Riften. And you'll see this little farm right in front of me here. Now, ideally there's 4 corners that you'd go and you'd pull the tigers to, and hopefully you kind of want to get this going in a right rotation. So I can see a guy doing it ahead of me over here, so we're just trying to join in, get the feel of the things. I'll do a couple laps just so you guys can get an idea, and then we'll move on to the next area. Okay, so we'll just end up doing a catch up here. You'll see how effective this becomes once you kind of get the rotation of everything. The first pull is always a little bit sloppy, or the lap I mean. But you'll see that I'm going to pull everything into the 4 corners of the farm. And this will be the first farming location. Alright, so we'll do one more lap, just now that we've gotten the feel for the things. And I think this would be like the third best farming location. Now, this one, there's always other people coming here, so it's pretty easy to get into a group. You just put in the chat that you're looking for a cat group, and people will always invite you in, no problem. Or even if the group is full, you'll see as long as you throw down a AoE at one of these 4 corners, like you can kind of just stick with the group, and if it's being pulled properly, you'll see that it does work out. So you can do this for a couple hours. You'll find out you get a lot of trash stuff too that you can sell, but like see I got rubidite boots, but what you can do with all that stuff is instead of selling it to a merchant, you can go to a crafting table of like blacksmithing or clothing, and you can deconstruct it so that you'll actually improve your crafting tables or skill lines. So alright, so let's move on to the next area here. So the next area is going to be, I believe it's going to be the DREUGH Bear Farm. Where's DREUGH? And if I remember correctly, it's by Fallen Grotto. So what you do is you go to the Sunken Road Way Shrine. So yeah, when you're trying to get DREUGH, you want to save up at least like at least anywhere between 1,000 and 4,000 scraps or silk or anything like that. whenever you go to refine it at the clothing table. So, but ideally you're going for rubidite or rubido hide scraps. See if anyone's at the next bear farm. If not, if no one's here, then that'll work out a little bit better for me. Oh, it looks like it's pretty empty. Someone's been killing it. So it's the first polling location. Takes a little bit more to kill the bears. I missed these ones over here. That's okay, we'll just break it up into another group. I think you also get a little bit more experience, but it's more of like a battle than the first place at the rip. But once you have, like say there's like 2 or 3 people doing this with you, and you can each kind of branch out and grab your own like section of bears, it works out a lot better. It's just a little bit harder to do by yourself. I guess it'd be more of like an intermediate thing here. Trying to make it as efficient as possible for you guys. It's weird. I guess that guy went the other way. And we'll just let these respawn. Okay. Alright, let's try that again here. As I said, the second lap usually tends to go better than the first. Did those run away? Ugh. Well, we're not going to go back for 2 bears, but that's fine. Alright. So you just want to pull everything into a circle, but you want to pretend there's like a radius, because everything, especially these bears, they won't chase you for a long distance, you know? So you kind of got to imagine there's like a visible circle here, and then there's everything in the radius. So we'll just find another grouping here. It's a lot better when there's like 3 or 4 people doing this with you, so that you can all kind of pull your own sides and then meet in the middle. Well, that was a pretty bad shot. Alright, so we'll do one more pull and then we'll move on to the next area, which I think is the best area to go to. But this is known as the DREUGH Bear Farm. So I don't do a lot of damage because of this set of gear that I'm wearing is strictly for cosmetic purposes with the blue glowing aura. Actually, I don't think the set does anything for me outside of Cyrodiil. Oh, you stupid fucking bear. Alright. Couple more pulls. Oh. Anyways, you'll see why I like the next area a lot more. Hopefully no one's there so I can just do it all myself there. I have a feeling this bear's gonna run away. Anyways, that's the DREUGH Bear Farm. We're gonna go here. So the best place to go to, in my opinion, is in Ardon. It's right at the Marsland Way Shrine. Alright. I highly doubt that there's gonna be no one there. Goddamn. Alright. Anyone got a vampire bite? No. I do not have that. So the place you want to go to is just northwest of the Marsland Way Shrine. You'll usually see a bunch of corpses when you run over the hill. Are these all... What level are these guys? Oh, I see what's going on here. So, one person is gonna have a system, a loop. Well, that's harsh. So in situations like this, it's good that there's like the two other farming locations at the rift, and see that they're just running a pattern there. So what we can do, if there are situations like this, we can reverse the spawn. Now to do that, you just run the circuit as normal, and you just pretend, even if there's nothing, like you're not killing anything there, you spend the exact same amount of time that you'd be there as if you were there fighting that group. So then by the time that you get around, whatever ones you do end up killing will be put it back into your circuit. So if you do it like 2 or 3 times and you just gradually keep pulling them into your circuit, you can pull the rotation off of these people that are just doing situations like this, following the same pattern, cutting it to the right, throwing in a fake jump with opening your map. That's fine. So let's you know what, I'm gonna get ahead of them. And we'll just put everything kind of into my rotation here. Maybe we can upset him enough that he'll just cancel all of his things. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this out for a second. So the goal here is every single one that he doesn't get, I'm gonna get and throw it into my rotation. So he's either gonna have to become active and figure out what's going on, or invite me to the group, because he's gonna start losing. Can't get to that one up on the rocks. So this farming location isn't going to be as smooth as my last two, but we'll make it smooth, and I'll show you how to mess over bots. I'm not trying to do any of that reporting thing or go focus on their nameplates, you know. There's no need for that type of behavior. We'll just do a quick scan. There. That'll be my first circuit. Now, if it all went according to plan, those should just be spawning up there. And no bots have got to it. Look at that. Oh. I've once pulled a bot to be stuck in a building. Huh. That's awesome. Yeah, so like it works. You can mess over the bots, but I forgot about that one. And that one. It works just like you can mess over the bots, but it's like you have to like work for it, you know? You can't just like go around farming. You can't just pull everything casually into like your pulling corners and stuff like that. Kind of becomes like just like a good old-fashioned free-for-all. Buggers, I wish they weren't here just so I could show you how effective this location can be. Awful. You bastards. Stupid tree. God damn it. The ones on the move around. It's weird how they're... Yeah, I know. They're kind of just, well, normally, like, truthfully, like, normally you can kind of see he keeps them all, where am I here? He keeps them tucked right at that tree. So he'd have, like, you know, 10 characters or whatever just standing at that tree, and they're like in the middle of all the pull centers, and then you just have one puller guy that goes around in the group, and it just does like a thing. But then I guess I'm sure he's kind of gotten reported on that, where it's kind of obvious of what's going on, you know, theoretically. But yeah, it's like at least like that way you could go around and you could throw down the AoEs on the on the farming spots. So it's just really inconvenient when he decides to break it up and throws down like 10 different spots. Like, you know, he just leaves the people out there. It's like, you know. He's a loser. See? You could just keep them all at that one tree over there instead of doing whatever he's doing right now. Are you going to continue and then cut to your left? Yes, you are. Stupid. Like, you know, you'd think he'd make at least a couple, like, die or something, just for, But, you know, like, the bots on PS4 are pretty, like, you know, if you message the guy, like, one of them, you know, he'll eventually take a look at it, and if you're like, hey, man, like, do you mind if I just join you for a bit? Like, theoretically, they will let you, join just because they're not complete assholes. Well, I don't know that for sure. What they're doing is kind of an asshole move, but I think that's just them. They don't want to get like reported, you know. So it's just like, hey, might as well let this guy come join instead of. That's my view on it. Really ruins farming though. Tempted to go back to the bank cry. So what you want to do is you want to save up at least, let's go with at least 4,000. Like, you know, if you refine anything over 1,000, then like you'll still get like a good amount of like probably like 8 or 9 DREUGH. But like if you're trying to get them in like bulk, go for like 4,000 and you can get like 16 to 20. I usually save up around 10,000 scraps, do it in one big shot. And I usually get like 45, 52 wax in one shot, so that's what I find is the best way to go about it. Oh, that's harsh. Yeah, you know, nothing is worse when you do like 1,800 or 1,600 and you get like, I don't know, like 4 or 5. Like, I've had some pretty disappointing numbers. That's why I always go for like before, like it was like, oh, I do it whenever I get like 1,000 or 1,600, and then I'm like, you know, like I just kind of wasn't really getting that much, or I think I got like really bad numbers at one point. So I'm like, you know what, 4,000 is going to be my refined amount. And then I discovered that there's a maximum that you can refine is 10,000 at a time. So 10,000, just bring it all the way. Best odds. That's what I think is going to have the best results. So 10,000 is my new number. I don't know how many I have, but it's not a lot in comparison of what I normally do. You know, I've told myself I was going to research that at one point. It's just like, do you do all one, like instead of like kind of mix matching, you know, you just do one item at once. So if you're going to do like just your silks and then just your scraps, there's like in comparison of that, and then do you just do it all in one shot just so you can hit that 10,000 mark? Like, it's, I don't know, and then one at a time, like, geez. Like, that's, instead of doing the, like, mass refine and just, like, do them singly, that'd be a lot. But, you know, who knows? I don't know the answers to those questions. If I did, then I would gladly tell you. But, maybe I should do that one time, eh? Just do, like, a mass, very painful, slow refine. Alright. Oh, another thing that I say is once you get all the trash here and you go to the clothing station and you can deconstruct to get your skill line maxed. Where is it here? something very important before you do any sort of refining is you go to unraveling and you get 3 out of 3 on unraveling. That maximizes the chances of extracting clothing ingredients and allows the refining of the most powerful tannins from raw materials. You'll want to have that max before anything, before you do any amount of refining. That's your golden ticket right there. And leveling up, like, you don't have to craft anything, you don't have to like go do crafting writs to like max out clothing. All you have to do is deconstruct items. So from all the trash items you get from selling or farming and stuff, instead of selling it, just deconstruct it, you know, and that's gonna be the best way to get that maxed out. Well, not the best way, you know, I'm sure there's better ways if you're trying to start doing like writs and stuff like that if you have other characters. Alright. Well, I guess this guy's just trying to keep doing this for the rest of the evening. But when you find out that like the bot people and all that aren't here, this is like one of the best places to farm. There's 4 pulling circles. If you're kind of new to farming, as I said, you go to the rift. Where is the rift here? The rift, you go to the town of the Riften. And there's a farm right here, and there's gonna be 4 spots that you just pull to the corners. Who is that? Oh, that was no one. Yeah, I know, eh? I should do that one day. Maybe I'll do that on my next time that I fill up. It's just I still haven't gotten like questing with my necromancer. I still have to go to all these continents. What is that? And I have to go to the other spot, and my wife like, we started a character around the same time, and she's got all the questing done, and she's like, what have you been doing with your time? I'm like, I don't know, I've been farming and doing stuff, working. But it's just too bad when these guys are here. Ah, I wish I could just PvP you. Anyways, alright, well, I'm doing good. I'm gonna jump into my next video. I got some mining to do and all that good stuff. I gotta get some more chromium grains, the chromiums. See, the worst thing is he's just leaving all of his alt characters just at like little spots, like spread out, rather than if he left them all at this tree. He'd be, is it this tree? No, it's this tree right here. And you just pull everything around to over there, to over there, to over there, to over there. You can just keep all of his characters right there, and then yeah, it'd be he'd be golden. But that's not what's going on here today. But that's fine. Yeah, well, pretty much. I help her with, she thinks gold mats are free. Well, not free, but like, it's like, hey, I want to gold out this gear. I'm like, okay, well, you know, and then I'm like, I'm not trying to like sell it to her. So, but she's not big on the farming, but that's okay. Like just hear murmuring in the background. If it's like, oh yeah, it's free. It's like, free? She does enough. She's really good to me. So, but no, she thinks that I steal all of her gold out of her bank. She actually started putting her gold into her banker. Like, she actually banks her currency. And I'm like, why are you banking your currency? She's like, well, so you don't log into my character and steal it, because she knows that I'm too lazy to go to like an actual banker. But like, you know, like, I'm pretty well off there. Like, I'm a millionaire. So, there's no need to steal her gold. Alright, well, this guy is taking the joys and the funds out of the farming. But that's okay. I hope you have a good day and all those holidays there, Infinity. Good holidays. Well, I guess the holidays are pretty much ending now. Back to work. But that's okay. Alright, so just for a quick recap. What am I in combat with here? The bear? Why? Might as well do a quick recap, eh? We've come this far. So the first spot is going to be in the rift. Oh, yes, you're a good boy. Because I like the rift is the first place that I started out farming, because I was just running through it one day and then I saw, like, I don't know, there's like 12 people just running in a square just slaughtering tigers, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? We're farming scraps. And I'm like, cool, like, why? And they're like, well, that's how you get DREUGH. And I'm like, that's how you get DREUGH? So then, like, for like 3 hours I joined these guys' group, and like, we ran around killing tigers, and I'm like, guys, like, what are you guys talking about? Like, I haven't gotten any like DREUGH. They're like, no, man, like, it's like you get the scraps and then you go to refine. So then they took me to the, here, let me show you. Let me go to a clothing, just so you can see what's going on here. So when you go to a clothing station, right, first things first, you so after you've been farming for a couple hours or whatever, you go to the clothing station, and what you want to do is you want to deconstruct. If your clothing skill isn't max, say it's like level like 6 or 8, like you've made a couple things, like a couple cups and whatever, you know. So when you deconstruct items, you can just select everything and then do like a mass deconstruct. Like, do you want to deconstruct these 6 items? So when you do that, you get like some hemming and a couple little things, but that'll like get you experience for the clothing skill. You can get your character to 50 clothing without making a single item. Like, you don't have to do any crafting. All you have to do is just deconstruct. So when you're doing farming, you're going to get a bunch of trash and stuff like that. So everyone will be like popping out like merchants and stuff like that they bought, that follow them around, and they just like kind of sell everything. But what I recommend, if you're not maxed on the clothing, bring it to a clothing station and deconstruct it. Deconstruct it until it's maxed. So then after you have that, deconstruct it. After that's maxed, where is it here? You want to get unraveling right here. It's in the clothing section. See right here. So unraveling 3 out of 3, and maximizes your chances of getting DREUGH and stuff like that. So I don't know how many I have here. Probably not a lot. I haven't really been doing any farming. Oh, we got 1k. Alright, so it's gonna be 1200 items. I'll take a swing guess and say I'm gonna get like 5 DREUGH. I don't know. Normally I save up until I have 4,000 or 10,000. 10,000 is the refining limit, so I like to get 10,000 of like just like to hide scraps, rather than being like, oh, I'm going to do a mixed batch of the ancestor silk and I'm going to do the scraps, you know. So let's just hit refine. We'll see if we get any DREUGH. It's always random luck, and I got 9. Look at that. What a great number. That's not that's not bad, actually. I was not expecting to get 9. So DREUGH sells for like 6 grand. If I was gonna sell it, well, I guess that's 45. Ooh, my math is bad right now. 9 times 6,000, It's 54 grand. Okay. Probably could have figured that out. But that's like for like a quick, easy flip. But I'm not trying to do that. And so how many do I have now? I have 41. That's not bad. Alright, so I'm going to make another video now about my mining and all this and that, and getting ores, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have 77 tempering alloys, and that's for making like heavy armor, gold and stuff like that. But this is going to be the best video I can help you with of doing DREUGH. So as you saw, just those three areas, the rift, the Bankarai bear farm. Where's the Bankarai? Right here. It's right at the it's right at the sunken road way shrine. You just run towards the water right here, and this is the lap right here, going around. And then we also have the place I was just in, was Aradon. Whenever there's not stupid, silly farmers there, it's just northwest of the Matheson way shrine, which I believe it's just like this. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope this video helps you out. Have a good day.